Hi everyone, got another knife review for you. Thank you so much to Young's Backpacking for hosting this review. What you're looking at here is the Benchmade 10750 Vex. This is one of their red class knives, which means it's made in Asia, but their quality control is excellent. So even though it's made in Asia, if you're going to be able to get a quality knife with Benchmade quality at an affordable price. Just picked this up out of the counter. Just want to give you guys a look in case you guys were wanting to get a Benchmade but money's a little bit tight. And where isn't it? This is a locking liner design. Let me just talk about the actual knife itself. The handle is black G10, and I do like this texturing. Sorry, it's fairly okay. I mean, some people want really grippy textured on their handles. I'm fine with this, just because if the handle is shaped correctly, you're not going to have to worry too much. I can see how this isn't textured as much to some people's liking, but I do like it. Some people might want more. But the fact that you can find G10 in a red class knife, that's pretty impressive. You got a handle hole, lanyard hole right here. And for the pocket clip, it's mounted for a left or right-handed carry. One thing I will give this though is, even though it rides pretty high, it's only listed as being a tip down carry. I like to carry it tip up, and I wonder why they don't put the holes here. I mean, it shouldn't cost too much to drill and tap an extra set of holes on either side, and it wouldn't affect the function of the knife itself. You have a thumb stud variety, nice, well-made, machined dual-handled thumb studs. This also comes in a thumb hole variety as well. The knife steel itself is 8 CR14 stainless steel, which is listed at a Rockwell hardness of 56 to 58. Now, 8 CR14 is a Chinese-made steel. I don't know too much about it, but if I find out more, I'll list it on the details section on the side. The blade itself is 3.29 inches. The thickness is 0.108 inches. The entire length of the knife open is 7.72 inches, and the length closed is 4.43 inches. This knife is a pretty hefty knife. It weighs about 4.7 ounces, so not a light knife, and it's pretty thick as well. I do like the fact though is that it's a flow-through design, so if you get any gunk in here, it's going to be easy to clean it out. You can just take a brush, even like a kind of a pipe cleaner, and wring it out. I think part of the reason why this knife weighs so much is because you have these solid steel liners, and looking inside, they're not skeletonized at all, so you got the full weight of these stainless steel scales. Now, this is a liner lock design. Now, people have different feelings about liner locks. I prefer lockbacks just because I believe they're a little bit stronger, but any folding knife is going to break under stress. If you're going to put that much stress on a knife, you might as well get a fixed blade. As you can see, what happens is you have a part of the liner which is bent up, and it keeps the knife in place. The knife rotates on this hinge, and let me just show you here. Let me just open this. As the knife rotates on this hinge, this flap is going to bend up, and it's going to block it from bending back. See that? So for me to disengage the lock, what I would do is I would push this out of the way, like so, and now you can finally fold the knife. And the cool thing about liner locks is, of all the different knife designs, next to say an axis lock, it's pretty easy to close one-handed. Once you've opened it, you just use your thumb to press it, and then you can close the knife one-handed. Very nice, very good design, pretty ergonomic, and the deployment, not as smooth as the Benchmade Blue Class knives, to be honest, but this is a brand new knife, and it might just take some time to just kind of like open and close to smooth out the deployment. As it is not a crunchy deployment like a really cheap knife. It's just not quite as smooth as a standard Blue Class. Manufactured in China, but as I said before, quality control is the main thing to look out for. You get a variety of blade styles. This is the Tanto variety with a combination blade. It also comes in, I believe, a drop point design, and I think that's the thumb hole version. But yeah, nice solid knife. Some people like a heftier, heavier knife just because they feel they have more weight when they're doing cutting. Nice, generous finger choil, and I love how it recesses even further right here, so it feels like my finger can lock in right there. It doesn't feel like I'm going to slip, and that compensates for the G10 not being as rough as some people would like it to be. See, as you can see here, my finger digs in, doesn't feel like I'm going to slip up on the knife. And then you have a nice gentle thumb ramp with some jimping on the back here. A lot of people complain about Benchmade jimping. They say it's not as aggressive as, say, Spyderco jimping, but I think this is functional. I mean, it feels like enough for me to dig my thumb in here and not slip up forward. Feels really solid in the hand, and for someone with larger size hands, this might be comfortable. I have smaller hands, so I don't need all of this real estate, but with medium to larger size hands, this will feel really good. I can imagine that. Even with the pocket clip here in the way, it feels good. If you look here, the pocket clip is bent right here. so it doesn't feel uncomfortable. This is kind of like a nice little detail that they put here. They curve the pocket clip so that when I grab it, you'll notice that my fingers fit into the curves of the pocket clip, so it doesn't like get in the way or feel uncomfortable at all. That's a nice little touch that I didn't really realize until just now. So nice, good, strong, solid design. So yeah, that's the Benchmade Vex. If you guys are looking for a solid, a little bit more heavy duty knife, and money's a little tight, you might want to check this out. It's listed under the red class knives. But yeah, that's my review of the Benchmade Vex. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.